right, my man. Who are you and what did you do?
My name is Ron Deutsch, and I just got top 3 at the Rochester Regional over in New York.
Hell yeah. All right, so what'd you do it with?
I was playing branded Dracotail, the best deck of the format.
How many cards you got?
40 for 40. Gotta love to see it. So how we're gonna start? Obviously, the Dracotail cards. These are all gonna be the same.
Yep.
The only thing that changes between people is the ratios for Erg Pan. For this event, I wanted to go for more Pan over Erg. I've seen a lot of lists playing 3 Erg, which I do like, but I was expecting a lot more Yummy, and Pan is just the most broken card against Yummy in the entire game. If you fuse 5-mana Erg against Yummy, they just lose the
Anything
game.
that doesn't target does the job.
Anything that doesn't target wins you the game. And then my boy Fabio, the black,
Fabio.
and the ladies.
Yeah.
I was on just the 5 because I've seen a lot of people up these numbers. I kind of wanted the second Cartesia, especially in hands that open Cartesia, Lucius, and a Dragon. Then you're making Secretarion plus Synchro every game, and it just wins you the game on the spot. The number of Ecclesia would go up, but that's really only if you're playing Exciton Knight, and I didn't really felt like I had lost a game because I didn't have Exciton Knight.
You're answering all my questions before I can even answer them. So you'd add more Cartesia as a consistency piece, but
yes, Cartesia is always a consistency piece. These cards are broken. You do want to see them, but I mean, my thought process was that I wanted to keep it a clean 40 while also playing kind of more non-engine and more breakers. I wanted to play droplet cards like that, and I felt like the concessions I made were worth it in the end.
fair enough. Very good.
Now for the spells. The Dracotail spells, obviously.
Yep.
This is like one of the worst starters in the deck still to this day.
Yep.
Every time they activate this card, it gets ashed, and then you just activate Rahu and win.
Right.
There's 3 Forbidden Droplet. This card is still the best card in the mirror, and it's not even close. Anytime you go second, you want to see this card. You activate Rahu, send Urgula against your opponent, they go flame, you just droplet send, negate the Gulamel, negate the Secretariat. It's just auto wins you the game.
Right.
That's the spells. There's 2 Fallen the Virtuous. People are cutting this to 1. People are running it at 3. 3 feels like too many. 2 feels like just the right amount, just to make sure that you always have something to set off of Albion, especially when you open a lot of branded cards. You want to see more of this or see less of it, especially if you're on a heavier branded pack in the extra deck, like playing cards like Grim Bum. These are all good cards that you want to be able to see.
Very good.
And then the 3 bricks. I opened 2 traps at least 3 games.
Oh, you made it work.
At least 3 games. I hate these cards, but every time you get hand trapped and then just set 1 or 2 of these, it's like, all right, at least it feels a little bit better on the inside.
Right.
For the non-engine, we're looking at 3 Ash, 3 Fua, 2 Droll, 1 Nib.
Damn.
I kind of thought about this a lot.
What's up with the 1 nib?
This card was hilarious and came up at least 3 or 4 times. The one of Nib in main going first. I played against my.
I'm sorry, I gotta ask, man.
My Yummy Fiend's opponent. Game 1, I nib him before he makes the Caesar, and then I'm breaking his board slowly, and then he ends up having to surprise bounce my Black Albaz to stop it from fusing, and he has to bounce the nib along with it. It's my only other body. I proceed to activate the nib again, and then make Secretarion with my normal summon Lucius. I also want to play Droll for the main deck again and for the Yummy decks and stuff like that. You want to see this card. Mitsu is really popular too. Every single person in that regional is playing Striker Mitsu, so I was really glad with my decision. The guy who won it was playing Lunalight too, and that card is pretty good against Lunalight. All right, we'll go ahead and do the extra deck. For the Dracotails, we're on 2 Arth, 1 Gula. A lot of people were on Shawless. In testing, I never made it.
Aren't you playing that card?
I was playing it pretty much up until the night of the event, and I decided to cut it because I thought that there were better cards to play. I think that usually if you manage your resources right, you really only need the 2 Arth, because you can always cycle it back with Secretarion. It's like a free card, summon back Lucius. You always get there in the end, I feel like, so I don't think you really need it. Sometimes it can come up with 3 traps, if you're playing 3 traps, but you always side 1 out, so it's like usually the game's over by that point.
Right.
So,
okay, very good.
Then the cards you make without the Phimena cards, I call them. So this is Sec, Mysterion, Star
You played
Source.
Mysterion, huh?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one in a while.
This card was interesting.
Interesting, good.
So, yes. So one of the cards that came up a lot because of cards like decks like Yummy, which was nice. So in games where they couldn't dodge it, it was broken. Like they go summon Marsh, you make.
Well, right. You do that. You do that when they can't tag out. Yes.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's really good. This card's also Giga Broken against Magnet Warriors, which I wanted to respect as well, because I still think that deck is good.
Oh, right.
And
Makes
then
sense.
Star Source is still like the card you make off of Branded Fusion every time it wins.
Right.
And then like all the branded one-ofs. And then, so all the branded one-ofs. Rimbrum was like one of the best cards in my extra deck. I never hard made it once, but every time I summoned back to Albaz, it won me the game.
That's all it does.
Sanctifier was really mid. I made it once.
I'm honestly surprised to hear that.
I genuinely would be happy to cut it and just play another Albion, to be honest with you.
Wow.
The only time it's good is when I get even lead, and I only get even lead by you. So Libellion, a lot of people decided to cut too. This card is so broken going second, and you really want it for your pushes, especially when you activate Branded Fusion. You want the Malulu Send, so you can always just chain link block. You always send redundant spells with this card. You know, it always feels good in the end to just activate this card, make Jade, and set Rahu, and then you're just off to the races, breaking the board. This card is just always the MVP. My wife.
So the real purpose of this card is just to get Cartesia on your field to fuse off the. What are we doing?
But this card summons Cartesia. It goes black. It goes into white. Summons
it
back
does
more
everything.
Bodies.
It comes back. It does it again next turn.
It does it again. It does it again. I did it actually one time where I used this to summon back white to summon Ecclesia, and then makes Mysterion with that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's really good. Alvalenidus was my MVP this weekend. I played against a lot of really random stuff. One of the decks I played against was Odeon Blue Eyes, and he full comboed me game one when I had a hand of double Pan Trap and White Albaz, and I just ended up setting Albaz against him, and I cleared away Magia and Jet Dragon and basically his whole board.
That
broke his
is
board.
awesome.
And the last card, SP. A lot of people are not playing the SP. I wanted to play One Link Monster just because, especially if you open a hand of heavy Dracotails, it's a lot easier to get a free interruption on your side of the board just by making Lucius and Arth into an SP and then activating Rahu afterwards. So it comes up quite often. You know, it's a good card. SP will always be a broken card in my heart.
Yep.
And Dogma is always still going to be my goated Albaz target. So
very good. What you got for a side deck?
Where did it go? It's hiding over here. All right. For the side deck, I was kind of unhappy with some of my choices, but 3-Bell. 3-Bell was fine. I didn't see it once, but I felt like it was good in the meta.
Was this an unhappy choice or a happy choice?
I feel like it's fine. It's just one of those things where it's like, I felt like I could have played a Di-Fi out. I feel like I got lucky because I didn't play a lot of decks that can play Di-Fi, so I feel like I dodged a lot of BS on that day, so I felt pretty lucky in that sense. And Radiant Typhoon, I didn't play a single Radiant Typhoon either. That's what these cards are for, is like Radiant Typhoon and like going second in the Dracotail matchup, because you just basically just say, nah, your flame's negated. And other two Nib, I mean, I just, like I said, wanted to see this card more again, specifically Yummy. I just had an extra slot in my main deck, and I felt like it was fine.
Right.
3 Puru, 3 Veiler. People are iffy on this card. I like this card over Imperm. It sucks against the Canine deck specifically, but in other matchups, it's actually really insane because you just Arth add it back and activate it again in the same turn.
It's different for you than it is.
It's also a light spellcaster, so you can send it off Branded Fusion, make Albion, and then add it back with Arth later in the turn, so you get a free interruption.
Okay,
so
sure.
There are lots of access where it can be good. And then the last 4 cards. Where are the going first cards? This card, every time I drew it, it won me the game. Dragon's Mind, anytime you open semi-playable, you win the game.
It's so dirty being able to use this card to turn off the Radiant Typhoons by resetting it.
Fun.
That happened to me quite a few times.
And then on top of that, it's like one of the things is like your opponent goes end phase, and you're like, oh, end phase, reset Dragon's Mind, and then I start my turn with an Omni negate, even though they couldn't fully break my board. The reason I went with 4 going first first cards is because there were 7 slots in my main that I felt like were really easy to side out. 3 droplet, 3 Fua, and the one nib is what I would usually side out. So for siding patterns, I went with 4. So it was easy to side it 4 of these, 3 Veiler, and then 3 Bell, or either or, you know, depending on the matchup and what I felt. But the deck felt great. I feel like it performed really well, and the only change I would make is maybe cut Bell for something else. Maybe one of the cards I was thinking about was Hank, but I feel like that card is really mid into like every other deck.
Yeah.
So I just went with a card that just wanted to hand trap, you know, especially going second when you're playing 6 Charmies. You want cards that are good to draw.
So before we do shout outs, what did you do you have anything to say? How were your matchups? Did you have any crazy matchups? Anything to say about them? Do you remember them?
Honestly, a lot of my matchups were either the Mirror. I played Lunalate. I played Yummy Fiendsmith. I played Odeon Blue Eyes. I played a lot of weird stuff, but honestly, it felt good the entire day. And all the Yummy decks that I played, I just smoked 2-0, and they just packed it up.
I can attest to that.
So,
as your final round opponent.
Yeah, it was a good day, and I gotta thank my king and all my kings back at home.
Yeah, with shout outs?
Zombie Planet, Fortress of Gaming, all the Yummy Beta boys, and all my friends locals. I love everyone, and I couldn't have done it without them.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ron.
Mwah.